हेलो गाइस अस्सलाम वालेकुम फुटबल फर्स्ट टाइम लाइव करतेছি জানি না একটা মানুষ আসেনি এখনো হ্যালো আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই ভাই কথা শোনা যাচ্ছে কিনা একটু বলেন হ্যালো আসসালামু আলাইকুম শব্দ করতেছে
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get...
Julie! It's hit the uprights. Khan clears without hesitation. And it's Zanetti. Muscular approach does pay off here. Zanetti got a long way forward to join.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's been cut out, well played. He'll try from distance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Rummenigge actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And that has been cleared. Detroit City are looking to go forward now. Detroit City yet to have an attempt on goal. Julie. Turan.
I think in Ludovic Julie, you have a player who's a
Team player, it's not about him, is it?
Yeah, he's the clever one that really plays as a second striker more often than not, and he makes it happen.
Goulet is always scanning the pitch for targets. Tries to pass it through. No, it's Forlan. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, no joy this time.
Manchester United always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Davids. Rummenigge. Rijkaard. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Passing is crisp and sharp. Azar. Azar, rapid and full of intent. Beckenbauer. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rijkaard. And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. Back on the way then. So the first half brought no goals. Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Beckenbauer. Goulet.
Manchester United couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, there's the clearance. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, it's a great chance! And that's a tidy finish!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well. Going to be delivered, and he got it right.
After 58 minutes is number 11.
First breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that was very necessary. It's a sharp little ball here, and that could set him on his way. Now there's a fine ball. Nicked it back promptly. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Best. Davids. And it's Forlan. Hazard. And there's the shot! And he's there to get it away. Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Hazard clearly knows that he let himself down there. He'd like another pop at that one, but that's not how it works.
That's a lovely, neat pass.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Forlan aimed beyond the defence. That's going to go a long way. Great defending, strong and determined, and he's worked it through.
Detroit City nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Manchester United really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Played into space, and he was quick to react. Hazard. Very much a man of this moment. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Detroit City have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Shevchenko claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
The stadium is strictly forbidden.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, it turned out to be a bit of a slow burner, this one, Peter. Still, I think the goal did come at a good time, and some of the defensive displays after that were pretty good. In fact, looking back, the goal came at a great time.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
Bellingham. Move it. Messi! And here's Vinicius Junior. He's having a pop! He slings it in, and it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Stojkovic! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Detroit City clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He is through here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a searching pass. Ibrahimovic. Best. Looking for options for movement. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he's worked it through. And Batistuta! Batistuta! Glorious! Oh, inevitable, classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Barcelona have penetrated.
Be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be.
No way through there. Now it's Vinicius Junior, looking to play him in. Detroit City can, of course, make a change whenever they choose.
Such good technique.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Beckenbauer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest. Takes the shot!
There will be 1 minute at a time.
And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Detroit City unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, shooting chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Detroit City with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Shot, surely! It's their second corner of the game. Goulart goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Now who's going to be first to this? Batistuta, but now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Now there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So who's he going? And it's Stojkovic. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Somewhat off target. It's a pretty loose pass. And he cuts out the supply. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Stojkovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Goulart is always looking to break lines. That's where it came from.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
This ball.
Detroit City really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Stojkovic. Beckenbauer powering forward here. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Ibrahimovic. And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
Substitutions taking place.
Barcelona are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough.
That's rather hopeful. That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And he's only too happy to take that back. Little pass back. That's that, the end. So in the end, one goal did it.